What is up, YouTube? Today we are back with another Guild War battle. Today it's going against Arkadia3, and they are currently in rank 22. And as it looks of it, it doesn't look like anything too crazy, but I guess we'll find out to see if they set any traps. But if you guys do enjoy, please drop a like and comment below, and we'll just jump straight into the first battle. Okay, so for our first attack today, we're going into Zio, Rimuru, and Shu. So we're going to be going with Crow because there's a Rimuru on the field, and we're going to be running Holy Sacrifice so that we can revive. Now, we do want to make sure that Crow is the fastest unit on the team. Why? Because the Zio is going to target the fastest unit on the enemy team. So we want to make sure that the Crow tanks the S3 for us, because obviously he can revive and use S3. And the Doris is going to be standard on Water's Origin. Immunity here, again, is not really necessary, but this is the build. And we're going to be running Alencia that you guys have seen many times before, which is just the standard injury penetration build on, of course, the damage EE. Now, basically, the plan is we're going to focus down the Shu. Once the Shu is dead, we're going to focus down the Rimuru. And once that's dead, then Zio just goes into Doris, and he's no problem at all. For round 2, we're going to do something a little bit more risky. Not exactly, obviously we can just rank cleave this, but Hand Guy, SSV, and Landy. So we're going to be going with Rimuru on Benimaru Tachi. I know it's not max because I'm free to play. But anyway, we're going to be tanky enough so that we can tank some damage coming in. And then we have Inferno Kawazu on a higher attack build on Uberia's Tooth so that we are going to be able to do some additional damage. And the idea is we also have Celine on the highest attack EE on Secret Art Storm Sword. And basically the idea is if the Hand Guy S3s, the Celine's going to move up and we're going to dump an S3 into him. And hopefully we'll be able to target the Landy. If not, it's fine. We'll just dump all our damage to Hand Guy. As soon as one of these two AoE units move, my Rimuru is going to cut in front and it's going to kill the Sylvian Sage. Once the Sylvian Sage is dead, we basically just kill the Hand Guy and then we just run it into the Landy. Now, there is potential where if this is like a 20k Landy with 1.5k defense on Bloodstone and 100% proc weight on counter, I could lose, but let's just hope that doesn't happen. And if it does happen, then I mean, at least we get a kick out of it. So let's go ahead. So Ignition Gloves on the Zio, which means he has increased hit chance. Okay, so I think that might have, I don't know what artifact it was, but so it looks like exactly what we planned for happened. So imagine if he had Benimaru Tachi with attack buff, we probably would have died there, right? So that's why we want to make sure that Crow had the Holy Sacrifice. So now here I'm probably not going to S3 because I'm basically just going to lose it off Crow. But no. Okay, so my Doris goes next, so I'm just going to Death Break into the Shu here. And then I'm going to put S2 up on the Doris. So as you can see all the damage I went on my Alencia, the Rimuru did like 8k, right? So that tells us that pretty much like it's a nuke Rimuru build. Now Shu just kind of does nothing.
If you're ready, let's go.
I guess we just hit the Rimuru because I don't really want to provoke the Zio. Because Rimru's going to do enough damage onto the Crow. Maybe proc swoosh? Nope. So now I'm going to press S3 just to strip all their buffs off. Now Rimuru is going to have one more turn before he can analyze, so we need to make sure that we keep that in mind. And my Crow's almost dead. Very close. Since Crow S3 is available, I'm just going to dump it into the Rimuru. We don't need to put it into the Shu because my Alencia is going to follow very soon. So we're just going to run it into the Rimuru just to get him out of the picture. And the Rimuru is dead. And we are just going to S1. We don't need an S3 here. And this is going to kill the Shu. And then the second hit's going to tap into the Zio. It won't kill him because he has deities still on right now. But on the next turn, he's going to be dead here. Alright, so we S1. And then we S1 again. And first round is completed. Moving into the second round, let's see who moves first. So Hand Guy moves first into Landy, into Sylvian. Okay. So let's see if this goes for Landy. It goes for Sylvian, so the Sylvian doesn't die here, obviously. And I actually cut in front, so no Guiding Light on the Landy. So in that case, I guess Landy is just dead.
It's not my fault.
Now, would I recommend scouting for this if, like, you know, you really need to win this war? Probably not. You could probably just ran cleave this, honestly, but hey, we gotta keep things interesting sometimes, you know? So we're gonna take all the buffs. Rimuru just gonna one-shot. Alright, and kills through the chatty. We're gonna S3 with the Inferno Kawazu. And he's dead. Perfect. Okay, well, it worked out well, so over into the second one. For the second battle today, we're going to be fighting against Arrow Destina Stene. A bit of a weird one, but I haven't been able to use Opsig all season, so if there's an opportunity, I'm down. So we're going to be running Opsig on Fan of Light and Dark, not on my top speed, just going to be on whatever. And we're going to be having Opsig getting pushed by the Amid, and we're going to have Prelude, or basically like Portrait, any damage boosting artifacts, since Opsig is going to be able to S2 to kill the Arrow, since the Arrow does have Barrier at the opening, as you guys probably already know. And then we have Bryceria here just so that the Destina can't revive, and also when we S3 with the Opsig, the Stene is going to be chopped down maybe like half HP, and then Opsig is just going to be able to finish it off pretty, sorry, Bryceria can finish off very quickly. For the second team, it's Silius, Zio, and Apoc. So as you see, if you see two dark units, it's a Doris angle. Now, I would love to go Celine, but the chances of maybe Celine losing is probably higher. So we're going to be running a bit safer, playing with Doris on Water's Origin, since we can tank the dark units very safely with no problem. And then with Pillis, we are going to be having Adamant Shield on Protection Set. Is Protection Set necessary? Probably not, but it just gives you a little bit extra mitigation for this team. And basically, Alencia is just here to do Alencia things, as you guys have seen before. Now, basically, the Silius is going to pull all the dual attacks into the Pillis, all the Dark Units is going to go into the Doris, and we basically just want to take out the Silius first. As soon as we take out the Silius, there's no more dual attacks, and now we're in a bit more of a controlled environment. Then we can focus on the APOC and then finish the Zio for last. And it should be pretty clean. I'm just more curious about the first round rather than the second, but, you know, we'll take a look, so let's go ahead.
Please, have faith in me.
Alright, so we're just going to push.
I'll protect you.
And then we're going to push the Operator Secret.
Wrongly pruned shall flourish once again.
Analyzing new
And we S2,
confirmed. Eliminating.
and he's dead.
Sensational.
Switching to support
We
mode.
S3,
Initiating protocol. Beginning
and Bryceria is just going to be able to finish off the opposite. Oh,
I can still endure.
okay. I guess I didn't need my Bryceria.
I have no choice.
Okay, that's cool.
One,
Okay. I didn't think Opsig with S3 would do that much damage, but I guess we'll take it.
we must fight.
Just basically run her down.
Meaningless fight.
And I did forget to mention, like, I did damage calculate with Opsig damage with when the opponent has barrier, so also looking at the defense history, it looks like it was like it's totally fine, so it's okay.
Those who deny their fate.
Alright, so Zio moves first, 10.6k HP. Goes into the Alencia.
All that you have for the glory of Harlan.
Okay,
I'll
and then
make you
Border
use
Coin.
it.
Okay, interesting. APOC S3, 24.5k HP APOC. Procs my Water Origin. And do I want to push the Alencia? I do.
With the fruits of my studies, I will protect everyone.
I just want to get the debuffs off, to be honest. And I am just going to S3 here. Since I don't really want to S1 into Silius when she has Barrier and Vigor. It just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. So we're just going to wait. We get defense buff for the Pillis anyway, so it's good. And now we work down the Silius. Death Break? Nice. We might even be able to kill straight up. Yeah, pretty much dead. Okay. Now we just work down the, well, we're gonna put Pillis aggro onto the Zio since I don't really want to give the healing or anything on the APOC. We're gonna get our buffs up here. Okay.
This in honor.
And now we're just gonna want to Soulburn S1 into the Aravi.
So this should be enough.
Okay. Okay.
I will protect
Watch
them.
out.
Now we S1.
I study so that I can help
S1
others.
again. And then gonna S1 onto here. We def break onto the APOC. Perfecto, almost dead. Yeah, Alencia is just like Alencia is just so strong, man. In Guild Wars, she's just crazy. Like, there's just nothing you can do against an Alencia that has as much damage as mine. So I highly encourage everyone to build their Alencias if you haven't already, because she is just disgusting.
I sense new
And
magic
we're
nearby.
just gonna push the Alencia to save time,
You're scared. Never give up.
and that's dead. Perfect. Now moving over to our last battle of today. Alrighty, so for the last attack of today, we are going to be hitting Zio, Shu, and ADS. So I am going to be running Sinful Angelica on Bastion of Hope because this is going to give us a lot more ERs, 70 more ER on the opening turn. So if we do 281, or 282 I guess, plus 70, we're looking at about 350 ER. And basically the idea is we want to have Sinji S3 to cleanse or just give attack buff to the rest of the team. I have Strays here at 225 speed, so I need to be much slower than the Sinful Angelica just so I don't cut or don't risk getting cut with speed RNG. Portrait obviously for damage since we know that the Shu is not going to be on Snow Crystal. And I will be putting the info of the teams on screen so you can kind of get an idea of why we're running this team. And we have a Watcher as well here on just a standard build. I am actually going to be putting him on a Portrait because we will not be needing the Sachet whatsoever. So we will be running the Portrait on the Watcher. Basically, it's Zio S3 into Sinful, Sinful S3s. We attack buff, we Strays kill the Shu. This kills ADS, and then we just take our time with the Sinji, or sorry, with the Zio. For the second team, it's Bellion, Winter, and Senya. So, you know, what better than just an auto team? So basically, we're going to be running LRK on Aureus for the mitigation, and obviously his S3 is going to do a ton of damage. And we have Rowana here on Celestine on immunity. We already know all the info, so we don't really need too much now. You could change this to Idol's Cheer if you really wanted to, but it's whatever for me. And then we have Charlotte here on Mature Sunglasses on just a standard lifesteal build, as you guys have probably seen before. And we're basically just going to run this team over by pressing auto. You know what? In fact, we will press auto and won't touch any buttons. So let's go ahead and finish our battle. Alright, so Zio's gonna go into our Sinful Angelica here. And we resisted, which is beautiful. And we're just gonna S3 to give the attack buff and everything to our team. And we're just gonna go for a one-shot on the Shu. And the great thing is Strays can't be countered on S3, so it's all good. And then we just S3 on the ADS, she's dead. And then we might lose, we'll probably lose the Watcher, or maybe not. Maybe not, never mind. And that's dead, perfect. And over into round number 2. Armament. Okay, hands off, right? We're hands off. We turn our skills on and we're hands off.
All systems online.
This is our auto team. Is it really an auto team? I guess we'll find out. No matter what happens, we cannot touch our mouse. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Pretty sure. We have immunity on everything, so that means the Senya is not going to be able to do anything here. Yep. Counter, counter. Elbrus. All's good in the world. Now, obviously, if we had Idol's Cheer, then our Charlotte would be taking another turn right now. But because we don't have Idol's Cheer on right now, then it takes maybe like a touch longer, you know? Just a touch. And Bellion is 24k HP. Not really doing much. Really not doing much for us here. Or for them, I mean. Okay. Can't stun us because we're good. We S1. We just keep hitting them. Now, if you do have Lone Crescent Bellona, you could definitely run Lone Crescent Bellona instead of Charlotte here. For those who, I don't know, maybe want to or see this type of defense. But, yeah, overall, it's a very weak defense, in my opinion. But, you know, whatever. I don't think Arkadia3 is really trying very hard, so there's that. Perfect, full auto, and we're at the full HP, so perfecto. moving, yeah, that's it. That's all our guild war attacks, I guess. Nice and easy.
I live another.
Alrighty, so that is going to do it for today's Guild War battle, and it's a little bit less of a cook, just obviously because the defenses weren't too intricate, but also I didn't want to spend too much gold on defenses that were quite straightforward, so hopefully maybe on Monday we'll have some better cooks for you guys, but as always, if you guys did enjoy this content, please consider dropping a like and comment below, subscribe if you haven't already as it really helps me, and yeah, it's my birthday, by the way, tomorrow on July 1st, so if you guys can, please wish me happy birthday in the comments, not because I'm anything special, but because it helps like the algorithm. So yeah, so thanks for supporting, guys, and I love you guys, and yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday, and I'll do an RTA video for you guys tomorrow on my birthday. So bye.